for his speech and his dream. This is from my nigga Frederick Douglass learning to write and read as a slave. Oh, and this is from my nigga Barack Obama, first black president in the White House representing. Oh, and this is for all the other real niggas out there that were willing sacrifices so I did not have to identify myself as a nigga. Now, how silly do I sound? My niggas! Okay, at this point it's pretty obvious. I'm being facetious, and let's not mistake me for a finger-pointing elitist. I'm neither above or beneath this to speak this message of clarity spoken with the sincerity of Martin Luther nailing his 95 Theses to the church door so corrupt preachers could extort no more, excommunicated by the Pope, labeled as a heretic, but never out of arrogance. Yet still, it is baffling. Capturing the cacophony of such dichotomy. Dichotomy, that means inconsistency. It just does not add up. Being a nigga, one of the down niggas, you know what I'm saying, is a social deficiency, contrary to human decency. And yet, it's what we insist to be and wish to see on TV screens and magazines. Is this our black American dream? Chain swinging, pants slow through the weed up. I've seen enough. Those born before the first breath of freedom gave us the golden air we pull and push through our lungs like a swing set attached to the moon. Rewriting rights we never lost, only forgot. So forget amnesia and remember that man that died from a gunshot wound on the Memphis balcony. I believe he was a preacher. Somebody in the back was on their cell phone, so I'll say it one more time so they won't miss it. I said forget amnesia and remember that man that died from a gunshot wound on the Memphis balcony. I believe he was a preacher. Yesterday and the day before, it was time to sheath this word and quit slitting the throat of hope as if we were provoked by empathy to attack noble tendencies. Our future's needs exceeds the wants, desires, and expectations of our current rap industry. Our minds have been eroded from nonsense into nothingness, from deep-seated self-hatred perpetuated by uneducated notions that the term "my niggas" navigates the mappings of positive connotations. We've been haphazardly embellishing mistakes made, negotiating negations with our past, as our ancestors festered with frustration in graves that laid the foundation to a better future unutilized, while opportunity lies within us all like sleeping giants. So wake up, wake up! The death of ignorance is the birth of deliverance. The death of ignorance is the birth of deliverance. If our conscience is mirrorless, our propensity to propel our futures to a path leading to the right thing is futile. Can't happen. Listen, you really need to hear this. Does anyone recall the black codes of the old days of the old South? If a man of my color was seen out, he was told, I know you niggas don't get an opportunity to get out much, but we'll give you 5 seconds to find the front door of your house, or we'll give you a free educational seminar on what lynching is about. It leaves me bewildered, still searching the audacity's origin, letting this word drop from our mouths effortlessly like a feather flying in the wind. Speaking patterns are dictated from constraints created, weighted down under our own pressures and judgments, going to war against our own resentment, continuously calling ourselves inadequate, intellectually inferior, unsophisticated because our skin is black and our hair is braided, uncivilized, lacking the ability to try, and ignorant on all levels of one's surroundings, origin, and identity, blaming the man for our problems when we've been our own worst enemies. Words, 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 words. Pack power unfathomable to the stagnant mind. This particular word has been defined by its first letter, N, followed by word. When heard, it should birth a lump in your throat and cause your eyebrows to curve as if they're running off your face, but that obviously isn't the case. We've been desensitized to the point we criticize any individual speaking out against the very verbal mechanism keeping us grounded, founded on principles of dehumanization. Are you less than human? Are you a shifting, shapeless amoeba, lacking the backbone or the courage to stand alone? Choose what defines you instead of choosing to allow someone else to define you. Please. We are no longer just victims of this system. We now stand against self-inflicting symptoms, otherwise known as success. Regurgitate this repetitive nonsense and feed yourself some wisdom. My niggas.